All right, this is how we're doing it. People of Earth, hey, what's up? It is Vaughn Joseph. It's time for Who News. As you know, national calendar today. On this day in history, we're going to hit some weird news from the mirror.co.uk. And then we end your day with me on a serious note. Not really. We just give you some real news. We try. We don't always succeed, but we do the best we can. It's Who News you won't remember next week. Let's go. All right. Let the goofiness end. Let the music be turned down. And let's just try to have no more technical errors on this November 18th day, Friday. 322 days gone, y'all. 46th week of the year, 88% of the year is in the background. I'm really trying to learn to use my left hand more. Maybe this is more comfortable. Okay, let's just dive right into this because I am already 20. It's not 11:27, is it? God, I'm way behind schedule. We got to really pick up the pace. So this one's going to be a no-nonsense episode. It's Friday, and it's going to be on video, so we're going to get you in and get you out as quickly as possible. 2 weeks in a row where I've had to say something that I've never actually seen in text. National Vichyssoise Day. I've heard the word. I've never actually said Vichyssoise, nor have I ever seen the word written out. And there it is. November 18th recognizes a cold soup that is loved by many. It is National Vichyssoise Day. I knew you'd be excited. I knew it. I freaking knew it. What else is on National Calendar Day? National Princess Day. Is this real Princess Day or like little girl Princess Day? National Princess Day. Celebrate the princess in every girl by taking part in National Princess Day. Perhaps you know a princess who shines because of her gift of laughter, making everyone around them smile. Maybe your princess shows her royal nature by her kind or her great acts of kindness and heart of gold. Or your princess may be bold and confident, ready to take on every new challenge. Okay, yawn. So, National Princess Day, Fake Princess Day, and it's Mickey Mouse's birthday. You all know Mickey Mouse, that giant rodent that people flock to go see, even when they're old and they're trying to recapture something from their childhood. Walt Disney was a Nazi sympathizer, but you guys still go there. You still go to Disneyland, but you cancel Kanye. You don't cancel Disney. Disney gave money. Anyway, I'm shutting up. Substitute Educators Day. Substitute Teachers Day always was my favorite day. Oh, thank God, Mr. or Mrs. whoever normal teacher name insert here is not here today. We get to do nothing. I had a teacher, a substitute teacher I had a crush on. It was Mrs. Glasgow, like Scotland. Glasgow's, is that Scotland? Mrs. Glasgow. I used to always flirt with her when I was in high school. I not for real, but you know, she's a teacher. This was before the days of you could actually get it in with your teacher and then like get an A, because it would never happen. Anyway, moving on. Britannica on this day in history. What do we got? Jim. Some weird going on downstairs. We're in a different space, as you can probably already tell. I'm not in my normal studio. I'm trying something different because I just need new energy. Anyway, featured events on this day. 1978, Jim Jones, leader of the People's Temple religious community that he formed in the 1950s, and some 900 of his followers died on this day, 1978, in Ghana. Guyana? I don't think that's Ghana. Guyana? In a massive act of murder-suicide known as the Jonestown Massacre. So when you hear someone say, don't drink or stop drinking the Kool-Aid, it has to do with this. So now you know, hopefully I've educated you on something you didn't know. So he put these, the poison, I don't know if it was cyanide or whatever it was, but they put it in the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid, and then they all died. 900 people. That's crazy, man. Happy birthday. If your birthday is November 18th, you were born with these people. British writer, 1953, Alan Moore. Canadian author, 1939, Margaret Atwood. American astronaut, Alan B. Shepard Jr., 1923. And in 1909, American composer, vocalist, and businessman. Wow, he was multi-talented. Johnny Mercer. More events on this day that you might find interesting. I still don't understand why it truncates the video. 2015 New Zealand Rugby Union football player Jonah Lomu, who was perhaps rugby's first global icon, died of a heart attack. I don't want to talk about death. He died of a heart attack at age 40 after a long battle with kidney disease. I don't want to talk about death. I'm not reading that. Oh, this is an interesting one. Maybe some of you young people won't even know what this is. 1963, the first push-button touch-tone telephones debuted in the United States, eventually replacing most rotary dial models. Remember rotary dials? Anybody with a 0 on their number, you were like, I don't even really want to call this fool today. Oh, boy. And as we said, 1928, Walt Disney released Steamboat Willie, the first animated film with sound to feature Mickey Mouse. The huge success of the cartoon helped Mickey, an iconic character, and lead to the Disney company's dominance in the animated market. So when do we forget? When do we forget past transgressions? When do we forgive them? Because we don't forget them. We forgive them. Because I'm really confused by certain things, why certain things are okay, but certain things that are the same thing aren't okay. I'm not trying to stand up for anybody, but when you have somebody that is a well-known Nazi sympathizer in the Walt Disney Ford, how many of you people out there that are Jewish drive Fords? Henry Ford got like some sort of award from the Nazis for his support. Hugo Boss. Any of you guys out there Jewish wearing Hugo Boss? Do you not cancel Hugo Boss? You know he made the Nazi Stuffelstaffel, the SS. Those uniforms were designed by Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss hasn't been canceled. Walt Disney hasn't been canceled. I'm just confused. Why is there a double standard? Why do you care so much about what one man says that is rooted in some degree of truth after much research, not even much needed to even validate what they were saying? You did this to Nick Cannon too. Why am I talking about this? Anyway, we'll save that for something else. Save it for the Substack that we don't ever do anymore. Moving on, because I'm going to get destroyed for that one. I might even have to take that out to preserve my livelihood. I'll never book again. TheMirror.co.uk. These are stories that are weird. Apparently, most of the time they're not. So I just blow through these headlines and try to get you something interesting. Breaking news. Beer has been banned from the Qatar World Cup stadiums as FIFA releases statement after a U-turn. I'm just reading this. It just popped up. That's not weird, kids. I knew a Muslim guy. He used to drink. I got pictures. He came to my house. I had a beer tasting at my house. Not everybody takes that seriously. There was a prince. I won't remember his name. I got his number in my phone though. They used to come to the Beverly Hills Hotel all the time, and they would just come there just to drink and hang out after they had been shopping all day. And one of the guys, he was drunk, and I know they were major Muslims. So I mean, come on. Anyway, I know they don't care about the money. That's the only real reason to have it there. But I get it why you would say no at this football game. Soccer America. Anyway, I digress. I've had an interesting start to this morning, so I'm just a bit weird today, more so than normal. Inside Manchester's top secret spy headquarters, above a Greg's and Chinese restaurant. Yeah. Mom who found a 135-year-old message in bottle under floorboards, baffled by strange note. Okay, so this could be weird news. I had a business idea. I'm not going to say because it might get snatched up. And it has to do with this. And it has to do with death. Mom who found a 135-year-old message in bottle under floorboards, baffled by a strange note. She was gobsmacked. You know, I love a gobsmacked person, and so does this website. When you get a tradesperson round to fix a leaky pipe or check your boiler, you don't expect them to dig up a forgotten relic from over a century ago, do you? But that's exactly what happened to one mom after a plumber she had booked to help her move a radiator just so happened to cut through her floorboards in the exact spot where a bottle with a message inside had been buried 135 years beforehand. That's really kind of cool. I can't pronounce her name. Eilidh Stimpson. Doesn't matter. From Edinburgh, was stunned when plumber Pete Allen, why does he have such a basic name, told her what he had uncovered beneath her floor. What did the piece of paper say? It's pretty cool and so lucky as well because we were meant to be moving a radiator from one side of the wall to the other. The plumber came and started cutting a hole. The plumber was like, this is the place. We're going to start digging. This is where the gold map is. Then he came down the stairs going, look what I found in a hole I just made. It was quite exciting. What the hell does the note say, you guys? And when they finally got the message out of the bottle, it's like 8 paragraphs later. You know how I feel about the digitized media now. It's like, Jesus, because they don't have to pay for the space. They just ramble on for ages. We were desperately trying to get the note out with tweezers and pliers to break the bottle. It is an old bottle. It's probably worth something. And when they finally got the message out of the bottle, they found out exactly who had left it in and when. And it was signed and dated by 2 male workers who had laid the original floor in the house back in 1887. Oh, they were just being cheeky. But that's kind of cool. I mean, this is from back in 1887. The note read, James Ritchie and John Grieve laid this floor, but they did not drink the whiskey. October 6, 1887. Whoever finds this bottle may think our dust is blowing along the road. I don't know what that means, but that's kind of cool. That's interesting. That's weird-ish. We're off to a good start, Mirror. We're off to a good start for once. That's not bad. I found the perfect name for my baby, but people say it's ugly and unpleasant. It's your baby. They don't have to call your baby that. I'm curious as to see what the name is. I'll have to filter through 12 paragraphs just to find this baby's name, I'm sure, but I will scan as I was taught to do in high school as best I can. Oh. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. So I'm paraphrasing. In a post, the mom told on Reddit. I don't want to scream into the microphone, but you know how I like to do that just because I'm a bit weird. She told a friend, told a friend, I like the name Renata. Well, it says Renata, right? I knew someone with this name. I actually dated this girl. Her name was Renate. I don't know if she was just bougie, but can white people be bougie? I feel like it's a black thing. I'm so canceled today. I love it. You can't cancel something that doesn't exist. Told a friend I like the name Renate. They said it was an old-fashioned and out-of-date name. She also said it's an ugly and harsh-sounding name. I've got curious what other people thought of Renate or Renata. It's probably Renata. I'm getting tons of messages from somebody. Right in the middle of the show, as I often do. So what you up to on this sunny day? I guess I have to respond to this person because those are the rules for this podcast. As you know, if you've been following us for years, if you don't turn your phone off and you're in the studio or podcasting, if it rings, you answer it on the air. If they send you messages, you have to respond on the show. So that's what I'm doing right now to this person that sent me a text message. What are you doing on this sunny day? I'm closing the blinds because it's letting so much sun. Who would have thought we would have had this much sun in a November in England, ladies and gentlemen? Anyway, I have to get back to the podcast, so I hope you're feeling well. This person is recovering in the hospital, doing well, we hope. And I'm off to the gym after we finish Who News you won't remember next week. Oh, I love being stupid. It's probably why I'm always single. Because women see the pictures and they're like, ooh, hey, he's a stud and he's black. And ooh, listen to that voice. I could listen to you talk every day. And then they see that I act like a goofy buffoon and they're like, yeah, I gotta go. I'm having fun with my life. I don't care. No, I don't care. It just means a life without long love from a partner. Because nobody can handle my psychotic outbursts. Anyway, Renate. Long story behind Renate. My first small world story came to me from that girlfriend named Renate, but we won't get into that. That's the story for the Bon Joseph show, not Bon Joseph Does Who News. Man goes into full panic mode as engagement ring drops in the ocean mid proposal. Ouch! I hope he had insurance on that ring. Oh man, that's harsh. 1940s wartime photo shows proof time travel. If I see one more time travel post, I had a sex band to protect my hair transplant. Then my barber made me look like what? Anyway, peace. Woman gobsmacked, two gobsmacks today after buying a secondhand TV and spotting strange logo on screen. All right. This is a viral post, too, apparently. Let's take a look. When you buy something secondhand, you take a risk. The item won't work exactly as expected. This statement rings especially true if you opt to buy pre-used electronics. My one rule for you people out there listening, if you're listening and or watching, don't buy used tech. Used tech is the biggest mistake you could probably make. The only TVs, iPad or tablets, phones, if it doesn't come, even if it comes with a warranty, it's just a bad idea. Unless it's really basic tech, even a hard drive can fail. So it's like used tech is a no-no. Even like a used refrigerator, anything electronic, I don't buy used. Buy a used sofa. I almost bought a new sofa for like $2,500, and then I found that this amazingly cool sofa behind me, nowhere near that much. Same with that red chair. That red chair, I bought that for a song, and that leather alone is worth 10 times what I paid for the chair. But it's a leather chair. You can see the stitching is intact. The leather's good. There's no problem with that. Anyway, the unusual, back up. But one woman got a surprise greater than most when she turned on her secondhand TV and spotted a strange logo. What's the logo for Criminy? She bought this TV off some random Craigslist guy. That's America. This is an American news story. I love it. I skipped over something. The usual occurrence and the woman's hilarious response went viral when she shared a video of the moment on TikTok gaining there was no moment. Why would you be recording that you turned on your TV for the first time? She made a moment. Gaining over 3 million views, which is 3 million more than this will get. And it's easy to see why. Once you spot the surprising detail, can we just tell me what it is? Because I don't even see the clip in the thing. Something's not right with this iMac. Doesn't populate stuff the way it's supposed to. So I'm going to try to see. A large logo appears of Grand Waukegan, part of Hilton Grand Vacations Club. While it's not clear how the hotel's TV got into the seller's possession, lots of commenters had their... I hate when I get suckered into these stupid stories. At least you got to go on that journey with me. My son, 16, is in his first relationship, and he thinks he can do whatever he wants now because he got some booty. It opens up all kinds of doors in your brain. You're like, oh, I know everything now. This is the pinnacle. I've reached the top. 16? Good Lord. You couldn't even wait to have sex when you were 16. Like, you could not wait until you got to get it in, and you're just like, yes, I love sex. The world is amazing. And then you go and you cheat on your girlfriend, and then she breaks up with you and cheats on somebody, and then you're destroyed. Anyway, dog walker finds alien-like creatures worth 1,000 pounds, worth thousands of pounds, washed up on UK beach. Okay, fake clicked. Let's take a look. Hell, oh, I know what those are. Anyway, a dog walker found alien-like creatures worth thousands washed up on a Welsh beach. David McGurr, who was on holiday at the time, discovered the extraordinary white-shelled objects to a... I need to have a drink of coffee. When I see these typos, they just wind me up. Go watch a movie called The Stoned Age. Go all the way to the end of the movie. And there's a guy named Joe and Hubs. Hubs is Joe's friend. Joe's a redhead heavy metal guy, and Hubs is his dark-haired alpha friend who's always just trying to get sex. Joe blows getting sex, and Hubs asks him about how did he score with the chick that he left down on the sofa with. And he goes, don't tell me. You blew it? That's how I feel every time I read these. How can you not manage basic sentence structure? I can make a whole, hopefully if anybody out there cares later on in life and this show ever becomes anything, take every one of these little outbursts of me having a meltdown because of the mirror's inability to edit a proper sentence. I have to do it on the fly. And I could just do it on the fly, but this is far more interesting to me. I gotta go. The gym is calling. David McGurr, who was on holiday at the time, discovered the extraordinary white-shelled objects to a 20-foot tree trunk washed up as he went for a walk. That doesn't make any sense. His first instinct was to snap the peculiar driftwood castaways on camera, as he is a keen photographer. David told North Wales Live, I found out they are gooseneck barnacles, described as rare alien-like sea creatures. They are said to be a delicacy, selling for more than 80 pounds a kilo. Wow. That's pretty cool. I guess I should take the picture and drag it out so we can use it for when we post the video. There it is. Anyway, moving on to from the gooseneck barnacles. That's not really anything that we really want to get into. I think I enjoyed more complaining about their inability to edit. Why would they call him a dog walker instead of a photographer? Because that's what they focused on in the article. Another moment for me. Shoppers fume. Oh, they're fuming. As Kevin the Carrot sold for a huge markup on eBay hours after launch. Judges of UK's Ugliest Dog Contest begged public to stop sending cute photos in. Yeah, that's weird. My fiance puts his kids in first class, but left mine in economy. I'm fuming. She's fuming. Two fumers, two gobsmacks. Gobsmack. So, should you pay... All right, first off, I need to know how old these kids are. Because I dated someone that had kids ranging from 14 to like 30-something. A woman was left fuming with her fiance after he bought first-class plane tickets for him and his children, but left her kids stuck in economy. First class is expensive. I've only flown first class twice in my whole life. The woman took to Reddit to explain that the family had planned to travel to see his family for Christmas, but on finding out what tickets he had bought her kids, she took the kids and left. Oh, wow. He was like, I'm leaving. In the post, the woman who remained anonymous explained, I quit my job to start focusing on getting my degree. What the hell does that have to do with anything? That's the end of the paragraph? She took the kids and left. In the post, the woman who remained anonymous explained, I quit my job to start focusing on getting my degree. How is that the end of the paragraph? Look, I was never a scholastic superstar, but I understand sentence structure and, I'm sorry. Save this energy for the gym. He became the breadwinner. He became the breadwinner, if you will, although I still contribute with my savings. I also do 80% of childcare and chores. Fine. She went on to say that they planned to travel to his family's home for Thanksgiving, but their plans unraveled after she found out what he had done. Okay, here we go. She added, he booked our tickets and everything, but later, before the flight, I found out that he, his kids, and myself were put in first class, whilst my two kids, 14 and 10, were put in economy. How old are his kids? I asked, quote, I asked how he could think this was acceptable, and he got mad and said he's the one paying for the tickets. Then we go by his rules. Hey, I used to date a woman with a whole lot of money, and I mean, it's California, so not by California standards, but, and my mom used to say, hey, you got to follow the golden rule. He who has the gold rules. So that's just what it is. I don't agree with it, but it is. You know, it's like as if you're a parent and you have kids or whatever. Even if a friend is they're living in your house, you gotta go by their rules. Anyway, I don't know if this is a rule. It's not a rule though. It's not like your kids always fly first class or coach, whatever. Anyway, the woman was less than impressed on the hearing of this decision. On hearing this, decided on here. Oh God, here they go again. This must be what my high school teachers felt like every time they read something that I handed in as homework. Like, this guy's gonna grow up to be a garbage man. They make good money. Don't knock that. The woman was less than impressed, and on hearing this, decided to take her kids out of the airport, and back home. Now that's petty. She just overreacted. He started following us, screaming at me to go back, but I refused and told him that I no longer felt like spending Thanksgiving with his folks after this. My youngest cried because she never flew without me. Okay. You go into coach, sit with your kids. Whoever was sat next to your kids, bring them up into first class. There's your fix. I did that. I was traveling with somebody else and her youngest son. I don't even want to get into that, but it's a similar thing. Here, take my seat. I don't want to sit here and your mom is going to be sat in the back in your cheap seat. So she sat up there and I stood for the rest of the flight because I didn't want to stand next to his dumb brother that I didn't like. Anyway, moving right along, personal information segment over. My in-laws berate me on my baby's middle name. They are so critical. There sure is a lot of hate on names going on. We need to get one more story in and we need to get out of here. I don't even know what time we are on this. Do we have we don't have a timestamp. I hope this is recording properly. I don't have a backup going, but I'm seeing some weird stuff happening. My mom-in-law stole a family heirloom from my wedding, so I called the police. As you should. Woman makes air fryer breakfast roll and okay. Mom obsessed with purple racks up 42,000 pounds in debt, replacing everything she owns in the color purple. I'm going to scan to see if we can find anything better than that on this one page. I gave birth in 30 minutes and only pushed once. All pregnant women should do this prep. Okay. Woman gobsmacked after budget Poundland jeans turned their legs black. Okay, that's the one. And you're an idiot. I will just give you that all up front. Now I needed to shut up. Shopper gobsmacked after budget Poundland jeans turned their legs black. A shopper was left gobsmacked after a pair of budget jeans, we've already said this, turned their legs black when they purchased them last minute to wear for work. After they bought the pair of jeans from the popular bargain retailer Poundland. Since when does Poundland sell jeans? And why would you go into Poundland to buy jeans? I don't care how late I am for work. Poundland, Alex is a guy, it's not a woman. It might be a woman. I have a friend named Alex. That's a female. Alex was at a loss for words after they took off the denim at the end of a long day. What does Alex do for a living? In their shock, they are really pounding the pronoun here. They, there. I have not seen the sex of this person. I still don't even know if it's a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter, but I'm just curious. To their shock, the jeans had turned both of their legs black, as the dye appears to have stained their skin despite not coming into contact with water. Okay, so they don't sweat at work. You bought jeans at Poundland. What do you expect? Oh boy, this is a toughie. Taking to the popular video streaming service TikTok, Alex shared a clip of the aftermath, which has exceeded 25,000 views since posting. So, bought a pair of Poundland jeans. Oh, I am going to. All right, I'm not. That's a woman. The short video revealed how Alex's legs had changed color. Oh, wow. No rain or water touched them. Quote, and yet it's dyed my legs black. In the post, they wrote, wow, they are hammering this pronoun. All right. Maybe they post their pronouns on their TikTok page. I need to move closer to the mic. I can hear them not very clear. Sorry, guys, if you couldn't hear me there. In the post, they wrote, bought a pair of Poundland jeans for work because it was last minute. How did you leave the house with no pants on? The viral video has rocketed in responses since posting, with one shocked user writing, quote, oh my God, I thought that was the jeans, not your legs. Shut up. They don't look that dark. Thankfully, a large number of TikTokers shared a quick fix on how to rid of the dark marks occurring when using the budget jeans in the future. Throw them in the garbage. You bought them at Poundland. If things are that hard for you, TikToker at boy Alex. All right, is it a guy or a girl? Because now I'll buy you a pair of jeans. The viral video is rocketed, blah, 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 blah. One person claimed Poundland jeans easily stain because of the dye. It's so frustrating. I remember getting home and having to wash my legs all the time. So after these jeans dyed your legs black once, trying to get a hold of John Branch the Jiffy. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I can't respond to that text message because that's not a good idea. Anyway, don't buy jeans at Poundland is the moral of the story. I gotta go. It's time to get the gym. Mark's supposed to be in the gym. Man learns he was denied job after being accidentally CC'd in HR email. I hate when that happens. Poll question for Friday, and then a big quiz, and then I'm out of chomp. Poll question of the day. What do you think about emojis? I know someone that told me that they hated GIFs. And there's also an argument, do you pronounce it GIF or GIF? Is Jiffy, right? Anyway. What do you think about them? Love them? They're harmless? Don't like them? I don't know if I love them. I will click on harmless. 19,589 people voted. 67% of us said they're harmless. 11% said they love them. 20% said they don't. 22 said they don't like them. I think that you better learn to like them because much like hieroglyphics, I think we're going to be communicating with each other very soon with a whole series of that. And it helps convey. And I had this with the same person that I said, didn't like GIFs. They're like, I said something. And I was like, well, I don't know what the context of what you're texting me is because you don't put an emoji after it. I don't know if you're trying to be funny, if you're just being serious or what, because I'm not hearing anything. It makes it difficult. I've actually had arguments and probably even almost breakups with people because I've had disagreements through text or whatever. So you have to be careful. I don't really like text messaging like that. I'd rather send voice notes. Anyway, moving right along. Bing quiz, and then I got to get my butt to the gym. Bing. Which book did the Brooklyn... So this is current events news, guys. So if you're not familiar with it, you're probably going to get the question wrong, like I will. Which book did the Brooklyn Public Library reveal is the most borrowed book ever? Catcher in the Rye, Where the Wild Things Are. Remember Max and Where the Wild Things Are? Or The Great Gatsby. I remember reading Catcher in the Rye in high school. But they give you that book, don't they? They always have, maybe if you're in, it's Brooklyn, so they might not have it. but it's only 1 or 2 copies that they would have. Anyway, Catcher in the Rye. 12,942 people voted. 43% of us got it wrong. It's not Catcher in the Rye. 22% you said Great Gatsby, and you were wrong as well. But 35, the middle, said Where the Wild Things Are. And that is the #1 book borrowed, which makes more sense. A 6'2" woman who wanted to shrink now earns $250,000 a month on OnlyFans. Hustle that thing, OnlyFans people. Anyway, I'm Vaughn Joseph. I appreciate your time. I love you all for listening. I hope you guys have a fantabulous weekend. I should start doing these shows later because that way we can have the aquariums all illuminated for you like normal. But hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we've got. We love you. Follow us at V3TV UK. That's the new Twitter. I really don't do social media, but I'm trying. I do my talking here, but that's where you can find us. You can also find us on Instagram at V3TV UK. Search handle on YouTube for watching these videos, V3TV UK. There's 2 channels on there, guys. There's one with a picture of an Akita set in front of a BMW. That's my old Shadow Band YouTube account. And then there's one with the logo just like this here. That's the one you're looking for. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, and just subscribe and follow us. If you're listening on audio, it really helps us with the algorithm. Love. Download it. Download it. You can listen to it later. You can listen to it and share with your friends. This crazy guy on Who News. News you probably won't remember next week. Peace.